So, this is what we're working on. First things first, we gotta get it in the garage. We gotta get a fuel pump in it. One of the things that I already figured out was that it has a bad fuel pump relay. Technically, it isn't a fuel pump relay, but is it like a evac relay for a canister activation of some sort, which also powers the fuel pump? I don't know. But either way, what it comes down to is I'm going to use the light, which of course has no seats, which she's not happy about, to operate the brakes while I get it down to the garage. Well, that was a workout, but it's most of the way in right now. The wife was a big help. Next door neighbor came by. He actually helped push it back up the hill a little bit there because unfortunately I misjudged how much we were going to have to turn coming around that, you know, from there and around. So here we are. But for right now, I'm actually just gonna jack up the rear end and swing it over a little bit. So we'll see you guys in just a minute. Whoa, almost dropped you guys. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is pulling the tank from this thing. I'm contemplating just putting you guys on time lapse because there's gonna be a lot of finagling around. But I do want to show you guys how clean the bottom of this thing is. So just give me a second. Let me crawl underneath, get lights set up and everything, and then I'll bring you down. Thank you. Alright, so it's going to be a little shaky and moving around and stuff, but I'm going to take you guys out of the stand. Just show you underneath this thing. It is insane how clean this Jeep is. Oh, I kind of went from the wrong side. My big old wide boy creeper won't fit in between these. Maybe it will if I spin sideways. Nope. Alright, off the side we go. Hold on, I'll bring you guys back in just a second. So I don't know if you guys can see, but probably the cleanest MJ I've ever seen. It's definitely had cab corners done before, at least once. I don't think that's factory. But really not bad. Super clean frame rails. Wish I could get underneath this thing a little easier. Camera. But I mean, it's just immaculate. It's insane that the floor rotted out the way that it did. Because you can see there's no rust, like inside. Like even the rear axle has black paint on it. Like it's pretty freaking clean. So definitely worth saving her. Although it's an MJ, so it's always worth saving it. I'm gonna set up a time lapse and set the camera up down here and everything for pulling this tank out. We're gonna get it dropped and get it pulled out. You can see it looks like it's been leaking. Something weird's going on there. But give me a minute. We'll set you up on time lapse. Alright. Alright guys, so maybe we won't do a time lapse just because it's difficult to get underneath here with everything, plus the camera, and have it so you guys can actually see some stuff. So, just going to show you the tank itself. So luckily enough, Jeep actually put the sending unit for this thing on the side of the tank. which is convenient. And down there, right down there, focus, you can see that I can get the hose clamps and everything right from there. I mean, this thing's insanely clean. I'm not even going to have much of a problem with getting the gas tank straps down. Gas tank itself, I'm going to try and see if I can clean it. There's no guarantee there, unfortunately, but hopefully. If not, we kind of have plans looking at fuel cells, possibly. Even the e-brake cable, look how clean that is. It's insane. Alright, anyways, so let's focus on this thing real quick. I'll bring you guys back once I'm getting ready to drop the tank down. Well, I don't have a lift or anything, so obviously I'm doing this on the ground. It makes it a little bit more difficult to show you guys what's going on, but just trying to give you a general gist of how everything looks. This is looking at it from the back axle side. But alright, give me a little bit. Well, wow. This is probably the worst fuel sending unit I've ever seen. Explains why the fuel pump didn't turn on though, huh? I don't even know if it's just not because of corrosion. Guarantee it's because of corrosion. So we're going to have to look at fuel line. Like, look at this. This fuel line's just falling apart. Absolutely insane. That's crazy. Oh, man. I did not expect this. I mean, I knew it was pretty bad, but I did not expect this. Hopefully this thing still works. It's not seized up. And it was still floating. Pretty obviously. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to drop the tank. It's turned into more than I wanted it to turn into, but... So, here's what we'll do. We'll just start tearing it down now. There's no point in dilly-dallying or anything like that. I need to get this old fuel pump off of it. It doesn't need to be on there anymore. So, give me just a second. Almost don't need to undo the clamps. This fuel line is just horrible. Even if the fuel pump was going to pump, it wasn't going to matter. I've never seen it this bad before. Look at that. The rubber's actually still stuck inside the hose clamp. Oh yeah. Fuel pump was pushing all kinds of crap up there. That's crazy. Alright, let's we don't have to worry about a return line. We do kind of need to worry about these, but I can hook them up later. Alright, so that one's ground, obviously. How does this come off of there? Ow. Ugh. Look at that. Fuel filter sock. There we go. That's off of there. Okay. Looks like I just loosen up these two nuts here. Or at least one. Hopefully they loosen. They don't just break. We're going to see if we can just pull this real quick. I'm gonna guess it's 10 millimeter. Sure looks like it. Look at that. Oh, it's even loose. That's a good sign. As nasty as this thing is, it's coming apart at least. Oh man. Oh, look at that. It's marked positive and negative. That's pretty cool. So I have a new fuel pump for this thing. Obviously this one's toast. We're gonna have to wire wheel this all down and everything tomorrow. But I'll bring you guys back tomorrow when we're working on it. I gotta run down to the parts store in the morning and see if I can pick up a foot or so of fuel line. We're gonna have to drop the tank and dump it, unfortunately. I don't see any other way of doing this. Here. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop the tank. I don't see any other way of doing this. It's just too much. So, but we'll wire wheel all this stuff down and everything tomorrow. I'm just ready to call it a night. Everything came apart pretty easy though. It actually wasn't too bad. Gonna send Devin, the guy who owns the truck, I'm gonna send him a message and show him a picture of it and how bad it is, so he can make a decision which direction we're gonna go. I'm guessing we're probably just gonna flush the tank, clean it out the best that we can, throw a new fuel filter on it, throw a new pump on it, and I'm gonna see if we can find new rubbers, isolators for the fuel pump. We're just gonna have to keep on changing fuel filters on it. Be unfortunate, but I don't know any other way to go about this. Unfortunately, this thing must have sat for a long time. That's from the looks of it. Alright, see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so we're gonna start cleaning this thing up. I ran all around today trying to find the correct fuel pump and all kinds of stuff, and I think I figured out a solution with the original fuel pump, or with the one that I got with the truck, as far as getting it together. I'm siphoning gas right now out of the tank just to make it a little bit lighter. So what I'm going to do is put you guys on time lapse. I'm going to pull this thing apart, the sending unit apart, clean it up and everything, make sure grounds are all good, just clean everything real good. No point in putting it back in the tank like this. I got to drop the tank down, so I'll set you guys up on that, and we'll just diddle away with it for a little bit. Oh man. So I was siphoning that fuel, and it was taking forever. I had a 5-gallon bucket under there. Really didn't think there was going to be more than 5 gallons. Completely filled it. Started overflowing. I've got another 2-gallon under there, and it looks like it's about half full right now. So yeah, made a little bit of a mess. Yeah, that's raw gas all over the floor. I got a fan going, try and air it out. Unfortunately, I don't have any kitty litter, speedy dry, or anything like that to throw down on it. So just where we're at right now. Mistakes were made, but on the plus side, the sending unit cleaned up pretty nice actually. I'm gonna go get the fuel pump and see about setting it up in there. So I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Hey, how's it going, guys? So, well, hopefully this will focus. So this is the potentiometer thing. It's just coiled wire. Well, unfortunately, the thing broke off the tab, so I'm going to try and make my own. I already riveted this on here. It's just a regular, eyelet. I'm going to open it up so that a regular spade connector can go on there. So I'll bring you guys back in a minute once I have it opened up and test it a little bit. All right. So there it is. Simple, but it works. This pushes right on. Doing this all one-handed and stuff. Pushes on there. Now we'll have an actual fuel gauge again. So I gotta drop the tank now. I've been putting it off. It's been hot out. I haven't really wanted to do it. I've got everything for the fuel pump now. Went and picked up a sock. Wherever you want to call it. I guess they call it a... They call it a made in China. Yeah, I don't know what they call it. Either way. So I got a little bit more cleaning up to do. And then we're going to... I got to clean the tank and stuff. So I'll show you guys that. We'll just verify everything before we throw it all back together. Hopefully she'll be firing up tonight. Alright, hold on. Alright, so I jumped ahead a little bit. I ended up putting the fuel sender back together. I'm just going to leave these fuel lines on for now. That way, we'll run them. If they leak, we can replace them. They're not that hard to get to underneath. For right now, this is basically just trying to get this thing moving and running around. But fuel pump's all installed, new socks on. Sending unit, fuel level is all back together. Everything's rewired. I had to replace some of the connectors just because they were junk. So here we are. We'll pull the tank now, and once I get that out, I'll show you guys. Alright, so I don't know if you guys... Here, let me shut this fan off. I don't know if you guys can see inside that tank, but it's pretty crusty. I don't know how I'm gonna clean this. The outside looks great, but it's pretty nasty in there. To be honest, the tanks aren't overly expensive. It might be a better route just to order a new one. We'll see. These things, this is nasty too. It's like a toilet ring seal. It's not even like the rubber seal that normally goes in there. It's gooey. Ew. Yeah, this thing, we got new gaskets, new rubber gaskets for it, but this thing sat for so long. It does need fuel tank straps and everything. So we might have to look into that. This project just keeps on going deeper and deeper. I keep on fixing things, but I really don't know if I want to fix this fuel tank, if I just want to get a new one. But that'll be up to the owner of the truck. It all depends on what he wants to do, I guess. But this is it for tonight. I lollygagged a little bit too much, and it's pretty warm right now. Kind of hoping that it cools off. I don't know if you guys can see the sweat, but it's humid as hell down here. Actually, go take a look real quick. Yeah, 77% humidity, so it's pretty humid. So, but I'm gonna close up for tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow with an update about where we're going with this. And all right, so it's been a few days. I'll give you guys an update here. We're actually gonna try and get it fired up today. But tank's underneath. I got the sending unit and everything installed. It's cleaned out enough. All the loose stuff from inside the tank is out. He is going to end up replacing the fuel tank, but for right now, it's good enough. We've got a new fuel filter to throw on it. He'll have to buy another sock in the future, but for the pump. But got to get it back up in here. Hopefully these tank straps will hold it. I just got to disconnect this. It's a pretty easy setup. Anything. Sorry I didn't give you guys more details about, going in the tank, but it's just been craziness. So, but I'll bring you back in a minute here. Once I have the tank up a little bit, I think I'm going to I need to try and slide it past this. So I'm going to try and send up first. Pick up the rear first and go up in. Alright. Bring you back in a minute. So, I got the start belt back on. Check fluids. Everything seems to be good. Actually, coolant's really good for how long this thing supposedly sat. Air filter box. Holy shit. This is why you check that. That's insane. Let's see if I can get this thing all the way off of there. Holy moly. Fortunately, I don't have a filter. Those things made a ginormous nest. Alright. Oh, we got chickens over there. Chickens! We're gonna dump this right in the trash can. Nope, I think that filter's done. Don't have a filter for it, but that'll be okay. But we're going to attempt fire up. So I'm going to set you guys on time lapse, or not on time lapse, but I'm going to set you guys up on the stand. And we'll hook up a jump pack and see if she fires. Unfortunately, I just broke the handle on my jump pack, so I'm going to have to use this old thing to clamp onto there and vice grip. It's going to be fun. But it should fire with that off of there. Shouldn't matter too much. So here, hold on a second. We'll bring you guys right back. So right now I do have to jump the relay because I don't have a relay that works. I'm gonna, all it is a jumper wire into there, 2 different ports. It makes the fuel pump fire up. It's actually for like the evap canister relay or something like that. I'll bring you guys back in a minute here. All right, let's see if she fires. Turn this on. I'm gonna give her a little help. All right. Woo! So it runs. It freaking runs. Oh, it sounds like it's gonna die. It's really bad gas that's in there. Like really, really bad gas. Oh, it's being sprayed all over. What is being sprayed all over? Oh, it looks like we had a coolant leak. That valve cover is leaking like crazy already. Tell me what the exhaust looks like. No, you can see we're already spewing stuff out. Well, you guys will have to show me. I'll have to show you later when I look at it, see how much smoke was going out. But yeah, you can see, I think it's spraying stuff all over the hood. It's a mix between oil and coolant. We definitely have a coolant leak down there. But hey, she runs. Next, we'll see if she does a burnout. I gotta clean up a little bit and everything. I'm gonna shut it off. But I'll bring you guys back in a little bit here. All right, let's see if it drives out. I think the alternator has junk in it. It's not taking much of a charge. Definitely leaking oil like crazy. I'm gonna shut it down real quick. Gonna take the old milk crate seat out. Put a cheapo bucket in there. Alright guys, so that's pretty much a wrap for this one. I've got to get back onto the Chevy. We're going to be pulling the bed off of it, the flatbed back off of it. And I've got to widen the rails on it because they don't actually line up over the top of the Chevy frame rails. Apparently Ford F-250 frame rails are narrower. So we're going to be doing that. I got a ton of cleanup to do from tearing the fuel pump and tank and everything out of that thing. I mean, it's nice that it runs. Alternator's junk in it. The steering's super tight. I mean, it doesn't have power steering, so it's going to be tight anyways. And, but she does a burnout. It's been blowing all kinds of stuff out of the exhaust. All kinds of nasty gunk here. As you can see, it's all sorts of gunked up. So, what I'm going to be doing with that thing is I'm just going to be parking it for right now, but I've got to clean up the shop. I've got tools stacked everywhere and everything else. And I'm going to need set up sawhorses in here. I got to figure out how I'm going to use the chain fall from the ceiling. And, you know, pull and lift it up. But, yeah, she's a bit of a mess right now. But I need to be able to get the bed in here in order to open those rails up and all that. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. Shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I'm going to do cleanup, get everything sorted and put away and all that. And then I'll be starting on that video for the Chevy and pretty much be getting it finished up. So see you guys when I get the next video done. I know that in the last video I said it was going to be a week. It ended up being a lot longer. Waiting on parts right now is ridiculous. Getting time is, hard. So, for everybody. But thank you guys for watching. Do that thing. I don't want to, pressure anybody to like and subscribe, but I am trying to grow the channel. Helps me get more projects in and, pay for materials and expendables and all that stuff. So, yeah, if you like the videos, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share it. We keep going. Eventually, we'll move on putting that gray Liberty that's been in the background back together with the custom air shocks and everything. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.